Okay, guys, developers are wasting time. Like, imagine if you're a developer right now and you get forced into making a game that you don't want to create. Imagine all that time wasted when it fails. And development cycles in the modern gaming industry gets longer and longer and longer. So imagine if you're a developer that uses all that time to develop that game and completely fails. That's time that's wasted on you as a developer. Like, there is so many examples for developers to waste their time on a game. And I got a few that kind of makes you scratch your head, really. Concord. Concord was in development ever since the shooter genre, the hero shooter genre started. Concord had the longest development when it comes to a hero shooter. The longest development, waste of time. All those years developing it. And they spent $400 million on that game, and the game was shut down in 2 weeks. Just imagine all that wasted time that all these developers that spent on Concord and gets shut down in 2 weeks, and the developer studio gets shut down. Like, imagine the amount of pain and suffering these developers went through just to make Concord. That's something that we don't realize in the gaming industry. These developers waste this time that could have been spent elsewhere. And that is a sad reality, but these developers are wasting so much time on these games and making projects that makes you really scratch your head like, what was even the point of this game? And the best example that I can give is God of War, that was a live service. God of War is known for single player games, and they were forced to make a live service. And it's like, once when Sony canceled God of War, forced to be a multiplayer game live service, people think, duh. I mean, that was time wasted that could have been making a new single player game, God of War. I mean, seriously, guys. Budgets are getting bigger, development cycles longer, and these developers are just wasting time. If these corporations just focused on the creative aspect of these games, instead of making these developers go through the long development cycle and just waste time, the gaming industry would be a lot better. But I don't know how, when, or how the development cycles are going to get better. Things are just getting worse. And with the current direction of Sony, I don't see it getting any better, honestly. I mean, developers are wasting so much time on developing these games. Budgets getting longer, development cycles getting longer, and projects that flop just like that is hurting the developers in the long run.